ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, welcome to the 2015 Cyprus Friendship Program graduation ceremony. First, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Carla Hayhow, and this is my friend, Elias Vasiloudis. We both attended the US program where we lived with new families for a month. It was an incredible experience.
Tonight's graduation ceremony marks the 7th anniversary of Cyprus Friendship Program, adding 110 teenagers to the 773 CFP alumni, some of which who are now adults. As I learned in our conflict resolution workshop, conflict is natural. Conflict resolution is something difficult. War is the easy route. Peace building isn't an easy thing. As famously put by John Highwood, many hands make light work. We, the teens, are but a mere fraction of the CFP story. Working behind the scenes selflessly, our organizers, coordinators, and contributors spend hundreds of hours each year putting something magical together. Nothing would be possible without them. Give a round of applause for all the ones who go above and beyond to make this world a better one.
And now we would like to invite Linda Ziegler, who is the chair of CFP Inc., to say a few words. Linda is in charge of the CFP operation in the US, and we want to thank her for the hard work and the dedication to the cause of peace in Cyprus.
This graduation ceremony is such a wonderful celebration of friendships which cross the Cypriot divide among teenagers and their families, and also of friendships that cross the Atlantic Ocean among Americans and Cypriots. It reminds us of why we, as volunteers, spend our time working for the Cyprus Friendship Program, and it renews our spirit for continuing the work of peace. Since its beginning in 2009, the Cyprus Friendship Program has grown and adapted to opportunities as they have presented themselves. Many volunteers work, both in Cyprus and the United States, to make possible the work of peace building and friendship. And without all our volunteers, our program could not grow. But as organizations grow, they necessarily need to change, and often that change involves people. Tonight I have the privilege of thanking and recognizing the efforts of two Americans who were instrumental in CFP's beginnings. Because of their leadership, their passion for peace, and their love of teenagers, the Cyprus Friendship Program in the United States is established. Both of these extraordinary people are humble persons, doing good works for the sake of good. So both will be a little embarrassed by this public recognition. But those of us who have worked with them want to be sure that they know how much their efforts have been valued and have made a difference to CFP. The first is Cassie Cleverly, whom you all know and regrettably could not be here tonight for her final graduation as Executive Director of the U.S. program. Cassie was our first Executive Director once we were established independently, and helped create the structure and the policy by which we operate. Her gentle but firm manner helped to make the U.S. group of volunteers work well together, reminding us often that while we were all different personalities, we shared a desire to make our world more peaceful. With Cassie, we wanted to bring our best selves to the work. Many years of experience working with teenagers gave her added depth as an executive director, which will be hard to duplicate. While Cassie is stepping down not only as executive director, but also as the area coordinator for New Hampshire, she plans to continue as a host family if her schedule allows, and we're encouraging that, as you can imagine. We all wish her well as she tackles a new venture, and are grateful for the sound foundation on which she has built the U.S. program. The second person we would like to recognize is Warren Muir, who happily is here tonight. While Warren takes no credit for founding CFP, the truth is that CFP would not exist today were it not for Warren coming to Cyprus with an idea and finding all the right people to turn that idea into a reality. Warren is a respected scientist who combines intellect with ideals and has the ability to share his passion for causes with others. Some of us in America became involved with CFP only because he made us aware that we could bring our skills to be involved in a big idea like peace, that one person really can make a difference. Warren is the stone that is tossed in the water, and we are the ripples that are created and go on to touch other people who create their own ripples. Big ideas like peace can only happen when many individuals like us get involved and do our part. Fortunately for us, Warren is not ending his involvement with CFP, but he has found it necessary to step down as chairman. He has accepted the title of Chairman Emeritus and will continue working for the program from the United States, doing whatever he can. We who have worked with Warren want to thank him for his vision and his leadership and want him to know just how much we love and respect him. And now, I'd like to introduce Ishmael and Stelios, who will share with you their feelings for this wonderful man.
Today, we have a very special guest with us from the States, Mr. Warren Muir. He and his wife were our host family during our time in New Hampshire. I can say that both Mr. and Mrs. Muir are so kind and lovely people. I am so glad that I have met such a benevolent person like him. Being able to know that there are people who really care about our island and its future makes me happy.
Mr. Warren Muir is the man that opened his house for many pairs like me and Ismail. He did that because he believes in peace. He introduced this program in Cyprus 7 years ago. As you know, it's not an easy thing to do, but he never lost faith. He believed, and he still believes, that this island will know peace one day. That's the reason we're all here today.
He is an optimistic person who always tries to find a solution, and I can say that Stelios and I have learned so much from him. He always showed us the right way and the right ideas. Mr. and Mrs. Muir became our second family, and we are proud to become a part of this family for a month.
Mr. Warren is a person that taught me how to see the world with a different point of view. He's a person that wants us to see the world with a different point of view. I'm so thankful that he's here today with us. I would like Mr. Warren to come to the podium to share some of his words with us. Please welcome Mr. Warren.
Well, it's more than I was expecting. This is really a wonderful and important and emotional event. You need to know that there's great hope for the future of Cyprus when you have people like Stelios and Ismail and the wonderful teens that I met this summer in New Hampshire. They are incredible young people who have a lot to give this island in the future. I'm from the U.S. and I represent the U.S. partners in the program, the generous donors to the program, the hard-working coordinators in the program, and most importantly, your host families who opened up their hearts and their homes to so many of you. These are people with little connection to Cyprus, but who believed that they could help make a difference on this island. But the U.S. portion of the program is the least important part of this program. It is the least important part of the program. You are, and what you do in the future, represent the most important part of the program. And I urge you to keep in touch with those of us in the U.S. because we care. Share with us what you're doing. Share with us what your partner's doing. Share with us what your group is doing and others in CFP are doing because we care. But it's what you do here on the island in the future that is the most important part of the program. Surely, bold decisions to reach a political agreement will be necessary if there's going to be a lasting peace on the island. But far more important is what the people do on the island. The key is the people. People extending friendship with one another across the divide. People reaching across the divide to do things together, to listen and to learn from one another, to look after one another, and to isolate those who are filled with hatred and fear. You set yourselves apart when you applied to this program. You've taken risks, and in many cases you've lost friends by applying to the program, as have your parents, for their support of your efforts to reach across to a member in the other community. Then in March, you were selected by your Cypriot coordinators from amongst the many applicants because the coordinators felt that you had leadership qualities and that you could make a difference in the future. And since then, you have grown enormously. I could tell enormous change, not only in my boys, but also in the other teens that we had in New Hampshire this summer. The ones who left at the end of the month were much changed from those who arrived. You've grown enormously. We know and you know that you can make a difference. You are the future of the island. Several of us were involved in a similar program bringing teens together from Northern Ireland. 2 divided communities on an island. 3 of those people who were part of that program happen to be here today. 11 years after that program started, there was a political agreement. But it took another 10 years before the leaders of the program felt that we could do away with the U.S. portion of the program. It ended with a wonderful big party in Northern Ireland celebrating the friendships and peace that had occurred over the 21 years that we had been together. I hope to see the time when the least important part of the program is no longer needed and look forward to the time when I can come to Cyprus to celebrate with you not only the friendships that you formed and the peace, but also the many contributions that Ismail and Stelios, all of you and the other CFP participants, and of the incredible, dedicated, hardworking, and brave coordinators you have here in Cyprus. It's an honor to be here with you. Thank you.
was our honor to witness for Mr. Warren here. It was very nice. After this very emotional, wonderful speech, I would like to thank you. I would like to give my great thanks to Warren here that he believed in us and he chose us to work with us. And very, very great thanks, Mr. Warren. On behalf of all the secret coordinators, please accept our small presentation. Now we are going to watch our New Hampshire team's presentations.
The month in the States was not a trip. It was a life-changing experience that gave me the chance to meet and create strong bonds with my pair and my group while working together for everything. The lady was right, telling me that Hassan is my brother. These people are not only my friends, but my second family.
Six months ago, I didn't even know the person with whom I had the best experience of my life. George was my friend when we went to the States, but our friendship got much stronger there. We were brothers when we returned.
Sharing our problems, discussing about subjects, and defending each other more than ourselves helped us to develop a long-lasting friendship. Apart from having strong bonds and sharing every single thing with my pair, Sabrina, the greatest gift of CFP is becoming sisters with Sabrina. Thank you for a great month and friendship.
Roselle and I met for the first time 2 years ago through CFP, and then we forgot all about it. But when we saw each other again at the parent meeting, we both remembered. That was the beginning of a long-lasting friendship. Our time in the US strengthened and sealed our bond. Through the inside jokes that would keep us laughing for hours and the long walks at downtown Peterborough, we became more than best friends. We became sisters.
I think if I've learned anything about friendship, it's to hang in, stay connected, fight for them, and let them fight for you. Friends are part of the glue that holds life and faith together. I want to thank every one of you for being the important part of my endless life story. Fios, I don't know where to start. I'm missing every moment that we have spent in USA. Before coming to America, you were my friend, but now you are my brother from another mother.
Me and John are no ordinary pair. Through our different opinions, points of view, we found a brother in each other. We are meant to pair up with each other, and if we hadn't, there would be no other way. Thank you, John.
This special trip to the USA has been a huge contribution to strengthening the friendship between me, Paulina Elena, and my pair, Azuma Renner. Right now, she's one of my closest friends, and I feel confident that this will be the case for many, many years to come. We have been through tough challenges together, as well as many fun and enjoyable moments, which I will always look back to and smile a big smile.
There are friends, there is family, and there are friends who became family. Now we all have two families, and we are stronger than we have been before. In our lowest times, we will be there to lift each other up, because that is what this family is for. Support, trust, and lifelong friendship.
Irem and I shared together the best experience of our lives. We shared 1 month together and we became so close. I learned many things from her. I am still looking for her while I'm getting up from the bed. Now I can say that I have one sister and we have one purpose for life, to make the world more peaceful. With the New Hampshire group, we learned to trust each other and help others when they are down.
We had many experiences together with kayaking, tasting s'mores, cooking together secret cuisine, cookies, and sleeping everywhere, even on the deck. However, the remarkable experience for me had been to see how a random person can become more than a friend, even a sister, in that short period of time. This is valid for the rest of the New Hampshire group.
We can call them our friends, and they are our second family. We love you, my friends, and thanks for everything.
We developed such a huge friendship that we now have the similar bonds as I had with my brother. Living together, sharing a room, and many other things taught us that we can become a family together. We learned to protect each other, and there is no doubt each of us would own each other's problems if we had any. In a month, we realized that we are capable of achieving anything together by cooperating and by teamwork, and I can say that with Stelios we are really a strong team. I feel lucky that I've gained a brother like Stelios.
To be honest, we were anxious of what obstacles we would face while we were together. I wouldn't be able to get through them by myself. And Ismail helped me as a true brother, and in the end, he became one.
My favorite part of our friendship with my pair Töreni is listening to each other's thoughts, acknowledging our differences, and finding a common ground. Eleni and I became inseparable and created a bond which is very similar to the one I have with my sister. She has been there for me with her positive energy and moral support. I feel lucky for meeting these inspiring people who work really hard as peacemakers in New Hampshire and prove that, regardless of our age, we're all capable of making a change. These words are on behalf of my pair Eleni that unfortunately could not attend to our graduation ceremony. My favorite part of our friendship is how peculiar we can be with each other and how we can always manage to make each other happy and love. In a short period of time, Esin managed to own an important piece of my heart, and without her, now things are an incomplete puzzle. We could say a million more things, but then we would stand here forever. We just really love the entire New Hampshire group, and I really love my pair, Esin.
We started as two strangers, but now she is my sister. We share everything together. We experience every new obstacle together, standing strong. We have our own stories, jokes, and no one can break our friendship from now on, because our foundation is love, commitment, and understanding. The trip to the US made us come together, and now I'm so happy that I can call my sister a tiny little person that I can share so much with.
Trust is a simple word, and yet it's so hard to form. But since our rope course activity, there was a moment where Dinsel held my hand, and I felt the trust between us solidify. Standing on a log high above ground, the only thing we had to hold on was each other. This will never change, whether in Cyprus or in the US. The look in her eyes will always be in the back of my mind, because since that moment and the whole wonderful trip, I can refer to her as a sister that I never had.
To conclude with, this experience has been greatly rewarding for all 16 of us, since we managed to create strong bonds of friendship through many challenges and activities. Some of them include
the lake party at Mr. Warren's house, which was the first event that brought us closer to each other. We did swimming and kayaking in the lake and tried what real American hot dogs taste like.
The ropes course was all about trust and inner strength, and not only brought each pair closer to each other, but also the whole group was encouraging each other to push their limits and reach their goals.
The amazing peace resolution workshops at Miss Cassie Cleverly's house that made us realize the importance of accepting each other's past challenges and therefore building stronger friendships.
The Farmers Market project, which made us discover team spirit and work towards a really good cause. Designing a logo for the t-shirts was sold, cooking Cypriot traditional food to sell, and deciding all together about the prices and each other details. It was a hard process that we went through all together.
We would like to thank the CFP family who worked really hard for all 16 of us to have these enriching experiences, and our wonderful host families in New Hampshire who not opened their houses but their hearts to us.
yarısını sevmeli insan.
Λένε πως ο άνθρωπος πρέπει την πατρίδα να αγαπά. Έτσι λέει και ο πατέρας μου συχνά. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Ποιο από τα δύο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ?
Cyprus, one of the many beauties that come up in our minds are its songs. Starting with unconscious murmurs at first, we end up singing the whole song with great enthusiasm. And what makes us engage to a song are not its lyrics, but melody. Does a melody have a nation, language, or religion?
No, it's all about feelings. So let this melody connect the people of Cyprus all around the island. From the children who are playing on the street right now, to the grandparents who are just drinking their coffees at their gatherings. We hope you enjoy and join us.
guitar. All right. Έψες η νύχτα σιωνίσε, βουλά μου, μαρουλά μου. Έψες η νύχτα σιωνίσε, βουλά μου, μαρουλά μου. Και τα πουλιά μαρκώσαν. Τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ. Παραμαμ, τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ. Erimosunun yolları, daracık sokakları, dalgalı deniz gibi o güzelin saçları. Dillere destan oldu benim hallerim. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-lam, tra-la-la-la-la-la-lam, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-lam, ba-ra-ram, tra-la-la-la-la-la-lam, tra-la-la-la-la-la-lam, tra-la-la-la-la-la-lam. Hadi! Ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram. Ceyhuni mestan gel yasun, lahu, lahu. Ceyhuni mestan gel yasun, lahu, lahu. Iyoni nene dosan, ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ram. Ey mosunlar cümlezler, ne verdiğin sözler, yol üstünde beklerim, önlerinde gizler. Dillere destan oldu benim hallerim. Bam bam bararararam, bararararam, bararararam, barararam, bararararam, bararararam, bararararam. Έψες η νύχτα μια ειδούν, ρουλάμου, μαρουλάμου. Έψες η νύχτα μια ειδούν, ρουλάμου, μαρουλάμου. Και όψες πιο γεννήκα. Τρα-λα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, παρα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, παρα-λα-λα-λα-λαμ, παρα-ραμ, παρα-λα-λα-λαμ, παρα-λα-λα-λαμ, παρα-λα-λα-λαμ. Kahveyi koy cezveye, geleceğim içmeye. Eller doydu ben doymam, limosundan kesmeye. Dillere destan oldu benim hallerim. Ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ram, ba-ra-ra-ra-ra-ram.
hacemos.
We don't need money. Oh, wait, we do. There we go. So this group right behind me is the U.S. Virginia group. We went there as strangers. We went there as strangers and we came back as a family, right? I can't even look at these people without smiling because just so many good experiences and just like a lot of fun, like just laughing fits of hour-long laughing fits. Our hats are the Washington Nationals, the team that we supported when we stayed together. And well, we didn't win, but it's kind of like the idea. So, I mean, we prepared a few videos to show you about what it was like to be in America for a month with these very generous families who hosted us. And I guess we can show the video now.
smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Yes, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. A peace train, take this country and take me home again. 'Cause I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. The peace train sound louder, ride on the peace train. Come on, peace train. This peace train, roll me a roll. Everyone jump on the peace train. Come on, peace train. Get your bags together. Go bring your friends too. 'Cause it's getting near. Soon we'll be with you. Let's come and join the living. It's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer. Soon it will all be true. These trains sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Come on, peace train, peace train. Oh, I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live and live? 'Cause I'm on the edge of darkness. There rides a peace train. Peace train, take this country. Come take me home again. Peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Oh, well, come on, peace train. This peace train, holy road. Everyone jump on the peace train. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Let's come on, peace train. This is the peace train. Come on, peace train, peace train.
Viva United! Viva United! Viva United!
So, keep calm, guys. Hello, everybody, dear CFP friends, and where's our host father, Mike? Welcome to Cyprus, to your home. Yeah, so we're going to watch another video now, but it's a friend of us from Virginia, Miles Burnside Club. So I don't want you to be like, who is this guy talking about Virginia? We don't know him. So he spent a month with us in America, and we wanted him to make another video as a second perspective, because you know we are all Cypriots, and maybe we can support this side or not be objective about the topic. But Miles can be, because he's not a host family or not a participant, so we just wanted him to make a video. There you go.
My name is Miles Clapp, and I was very happily involved with the CFP Virginia group this year. I stepped into this program knowing very little about the situation in Cyprus, with no idea what to expect from the 22 people that very quickly became lifelong friends. The end of the program caught me completely off guard. It felt like you'd all been here the whole time, and your sudden departure more surprised me than anything else. The month we all spent together was one of the greatest times I've ever had. I'm so glad I was able to be part of your CFP experience. The time we spent learning about each other's cultures and traditions was well spent, and often led to some very funny moments, things like Mustapha's vehement love for the Nationals, for instance. And they made everyone involved feel so welcomed at home. The things I learned about Cypriot culture as well helped me feel so at ease with you, more so than I do with far too many Americans. The bond I developed with each and every one of you made you all feel as close to family as I've ever felt with people that don't share my blood, and that's a wonderful thing. This is especially true of Barkin, Stefanos, and Kaya, my pair, and the pair my family hosted respectively. The opportunity to become Barkin's pair and experience CFP in largely the way you all did was such an amazing opportunity, only made more so by Barkin's warmth and graciousness in accepting me as his new pair. The two of us quickly became a great team, regardless of our cultural differences, though I think our rap skills definitely need some work. Between living with Kaya and Stefanos and spending most of my time with Barkin, the sense of brotherhood between us really solidified. For that, I'll always be grateful. I spent my whole life growing up with two older sisters, and then suddenly I found myself with 3 brothers. One of the most beautiful things I noticed in this program, however, was my ability to see the relationships between each pair develop and evolve. I had a completely unique perspective on this program being American, and it was really amazing to see the way your friendships solidified and changed over the course of the program. I felt immensely privileged to see you all become family, and even more so to be a part of that family. I felt like I was witnessing history happening right before my eyes, seeing you tear down the proverbial and sometimes literal walls between your cultures. Our generation is the generation that will matter the most in this fight for peace, both in Cyprus and in the world, and it made me so incredibly happy to see that peace take shape in front of me. And really what I'm most glad about in the context of my involvement with this program was not just my ability to form these permanent bonds with my 22 new brothers and sisters, but to help you form those bonds with each other. And really that's the true essence of the Cyprus Friendship Program, to make sure that in a country divided, there are people united.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, it's working. Excuse me, I'm teary-eyed. I'll be performing a poem I wrote while I was in Virginia, and it really just encapsulates my entire experience while I was there. Ilya will also accompany me on the piano. As 2 elbows point at me, like ready guns at a point of threat, baggage I never packed crawls into my journal. As sleeveless words weave disconnected worlds into delicate design. The kindred of war marches out to a new land, from a country broken. But this land of the free shares in a familiar despotic madness that slyly flirts with foreign borders. But the troop walks on, diversely unified, and in my liberation I find myself shared, willingly dissected to an unseen enemy whose shape-shifting slowly becomes my best friend. Accustomed to silence and solitude, compromise becomes a lifeline. As bed duvets are no longer yours, night escalates into a tug of war, so reminiscently tracing back to my identity, to your identity. War, the nucleus of our history, the molder of our consciousness into a fort of defense. Conflict conceived from centuries of cultivation, misinterpretation,
misinformation, deliberate disorientation, scratching our lines longer and wider. We lived on the opposite sides of an island we both called home, with the same yellow weeds, the same frothing waves, the same parents praying to different gods. Now, in the same bed, our words reflect the pain of our people who inevitably would differentiate into distinct democracies that never existed. Our bilingual whispers recall the boulders so tactfully placed by voices saturated by power, dripping in a self-interest that sculpted a future so tragic the sky begged not to be ripped into. But while it was left intact, it had a higher price to pay. For it became the sole observer of everything else being slit in two. It grew eyes that held the tears in until cataclysmic outlets bathed the dusty platform of division, made the line clear again. The wall tower over our torn capital. Houses collapsed and tenantless, revel in a purging sunshine, but the grit remains. While the sky remembers that man forgets compassion when he himself is in pain, abandonment replays under closed eyelids of an entire nation, gnawing into the marrow, yet not once remembering that his neighbor was forced to do the same. And it was his own doing, directly or indirectly, as that thing hovers and sucks the life out of my people, who I dare not differentiate anymore. And no, I'm not an idealist. I know our cultural dens, I've lived them. I've mangled myself around the alienation, the incestuous political activity, the filth we carry in our banks, the underhand deals, the shakes that shake souls along with handshakes that then turn and bury us in an early grave. I know the hatred, the fear it's created from, the bigotry my sisters and brothers drown in, the shame and guilt so eloquently laced with blasphemous pride that embraces the selfish and denounces the selfless as traitors. But I am a traitor. If stitching and gluing torn soil is a spit-worthy crime, my enemy hugged me. She brushed my hair, covered me when I kicked the sheets off my bed, handed me a towel and danced with me, even when she was tired. She covered my ears from the erosive resentment with her two hands that are so like mine, and made me believe that in a country divided, CFP Parents, Friends Association members Elenica Stavrikou, Mehmet Kubilay, and Heike Yeriu. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. We take this one? Okay, no problem.
No, you can take it and you can come here.
Good evening. My name is Heike Yeriu, and I'm one of the members of the fundraising committee of the Cyprus Central Program. And Mehmet will translate the English one now in Turkish, and then I will read the Greek greeting after both English and Turkish. Okay. So, dear friends, all these children that you have seen today have known each other for the first time 7 months ago. And however, today, they show us in the best way that they can sing, dance, laugh and collaborate without any problem. But with these children, always their families have been known each other, and they have grown a great relationship and friendship between the two communities, Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots. The bias and the fear from the both sides were replaced with the hope and the optimism. And all this happens within the framework of the Cyprus Friendship Program. The family of the CFP is now growing time by time, and the parents of these children are always on their side, and on the target of it is about the grasping of friendship and understanding between the two sides, the financial support. Therefore, for 3 years, there has been organized an annual dinner. This year, it will take place on the 21st November in the northern part of Nicosia in the restaurant Bibliothek. The location of the venue is always next to Semilikami, 5 minutes walk from Lido checkpoint. And the reason is we chose this year because we wanted it easily to reach from both sides. So it's very convenient for all of us. Your attendance will be the best proof that yes, we can be optimistic for the future, and simultaneously we will raise the financial support for a pair of children, giving them the chance to participate in the program. Now, those who are interested to join us at the dinner can leave emails and their phone number to the members of the committee who are outside in the lobby in order to communicate with them later.
Her şeyden önce arkadaşlar hoş geldiniz. Gençlere ve yaptıkları gösteriden dolayı teşekkür ediyorum. İki toplumlu bir kuruluş olan CFP'nin daha önceden katılan çocuklarından dolayı bir aktif ve fanatik üyesi durumdayım şu anda. İki toplumlu birleşmesi açısından çok güzel bir organizasyon hem gençler için hem aileler için. Biz de aileler grubunun temsilcileri olarak CFP'ye bir katkımız olsun diye bir yemek düzenliyoruz. 21 Kasım'da Selimiye Caddesi'nin yanında Bibliothek diye bir restoranda. Bu organizasyonun amacı CFP'ye biraz daha fazla maddi katkı sağlamak ve daha fazla gencimizin bu imkanlardan yararlanmasını görmek istiyoruz. Dolayısıyla bu nedenden dolayı tüm ailelerine, gerek kendileri, gerekse yakınları veya yakın çevreleri bu olaya katılmaları için teşvik etmelerini ve katılmak isteyen arkadaşların çıkışta bir standımız olacak. Orada isimlerini ve telefon numaraları varsa, e-mail adreslerini yazdırırlarsa çok müteşekkir olacağız. Teşekkürler.
To complete it for the people which may not understand English or Turkish, I will read it as well in Greek. Thank you. Αγαπητοί φίλοι, όλα αυτά τα παιδιά που βλέπετε σήμερα εδώ γνωρίστηκαν για πρώτη φορά πριν μερικούς μήνες και όμως σήμερα μας βιώνουν με τον καλύτερο δυνατόν τρόπο πώς μπορούν να τραγουδήσουν, να ρέψουν, να γελάσουν, να συνεργαστούν χωρίς κανένα πρόβλημα. Μαζί με αυτά τα παιδιά γνωρίστηκαν και οι οικογένειες τους, Ελληνοκύπροι και Τουρκοκύπροι, και δημιουργήθηκαν δυνατές σχέσεις και φιλίες. Η προκατάληψη και ο φόβος και από τις δύο πλευρές αντικαταστάθηκαν με την ελπίδα και την αισιοδοξία. Και όλα αυτά έγιναν μέσα στα πλαίσια του Cyprus Friendship Program. Η οικογένεια του CFP χρόνο με χρόνο μεγαλώνει. Ο συνδεσμός των γονιών αυτών των παιδιών είναι δίπλα τους. Και ένας από τους στόχους του είναι, εκτός από την επένδυση της φιλίας και κατανόησης μεταξύ των δύο πλευρών και οικονομική ενίσχυση. Γι' αυτό και εδώ, λίγα χρόνια καθιερώθηκε μια εταιρεία συνάντηση όπως φέτος θα γίνει στις 21 του Νοέμβρη στην Βόρεια Λευκοσία στο εστιατόριο Βιβλιοθήκη. Ο χώρος αυτός είναι σχεδόν δίπλα στην Αγία Σοφία, 5 λεπτά περπάτημα από το οδόφραγμα της όδου Λίτρας. Η συμμετοχή σας θα είναι η καλύτερη απόδειξη ότι ναι, μπορούμε να είμαστε αισιόδοξοι για το μέλλον και ταυτόχρονα να δώσουμε τη δυνατότητα σε ακόμα ένα ζευγάρι παιδιών να ταξιδεύει στην Αμερική. Όσοι ενδιαφέρονται να έρθουν στην ενέσταση μπορούν να αφήσουν τα emails και τα τηλεφώνα τους στους φίλους μέλη της Επιτροπής που είναι έξω στον προθάλαμο για να επικοινωνήσουμε μαζί τους αργότερα. Και εκ μέρους της Επιτροπής σας ευχαριστούμε πολύ.
Hello, we are the campers from the 2015 camp, and we want to share with you something about our experience in the camp.
In the camp, I realized that our similarities are so much more than our differences.
In the camp, I learned to acknowledge each other's pain.
In the camp, I learned to own the problem. I learned to own my friend's problem and to help them through it.
In the camp, I learned how to turn old socks and clothes into new funky shoes.
In the camp, I found a new family, 60 siblings.
In the camp, I experienced joy and sadness. Joy because of the happy times we spent together, and sadness because of the truthful past.
In the camp, I learned that peace is not about politics, it's about feelings.
In the camp, I learned to take the ashes from the floor and throw them in the air to form peace doves.
In the camp, I learned how to do karate and play folk dancing.
In the camp, I learned how to clean the toilets, mop the floors, and wash the dishes.
In the camp, I learned how to fold origami frames, 1,262 extra.
Now we're going to have a video.
Bunu musiki izleyeyim mi?
Technical difficulties.
Poi viene musichino.
No sharing, eu vou mas tem que dar isso. Antes lo reto digo como guarda con de mano.
Without you, my friend, when I tell you I feel rockin'.
Anche il microfono con una cappella. Mustafa, لو الموسيقى سخرة. لو الموسيقى
On the third or the fourth day of the camp, we were walking to the Jarafos Bridge and we wanted to sing a song to remind us of CFP. We thought of...
We are from the CFP.
We are from the CFP.
We are marching to the bridge. We are 60 Cypriots. And united like an oak. We may just be teenagers.
But we got the power to make it work.
Okay, our friends Maria and Nikilau are unfortunately cannot make it here due to an educational trip abroad, and they have sent us a video, and they want us to.
Hey guys, hey, how are you? I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. Fortunately, we're not in Cyprus right now. We're so sorry. We were texting when we found out that you just said Karen. We honestly were so sorry, and thanks to our brilliant Serenigas, at least we can talk to you through a camera. And the important thing, basically this video is just, it's an opportunity for us to tell you how great it was, what an amazing experience it has been just being with you that 1 week, even after all those meetings, and it was incredible. We were grateful and honored to be part of this family, and it's amazing how much work is being done voluntarily, and not just for the company. We met a lot of people who traveled to the US, and even people who didn't make it through the program. After the interviews, we were just so glad we got to meet you guys, and
learned so many valuable things. Like, we've changed. Yeah, we're really. And I think all of you can see that now. And we're very happy for this. I mean, we just learned how to see things, like how to view things from a different perspective. And only the problem, always the problem, of course. It just, words cannot explain how grateful and how happy we are. We actually got to meet you guys and sit with you. It was amazing. And we're so thankful and happy. And we're so sorry we couldn't be here, but we are anyway. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
In a country divided,
people united.
In a country divided,
people united.
In a country divided,
people united.
Andreas, that voice, bro.
Mikrofonu alıp kaçar mı? Aradan onlar şarkı söylediğinden de kapatalım. Huh? We're going to sing by the way, I don't know, I gave my phone to someone because I was so
try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. Isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. They say I'm a dreamer, that I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you care. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
before getting started, I'd like to say a few words. If I can get this. No. And we are Konstantinos Panayiotou, Ilyas Vasiliodes, excuse me, Erdis Saççıoğlu, and me, Mustafa Özbigan. We were in Virginia, and we played together in Virginia. We played in the closing ceremony. We formed a band called What is Poison Ivy, which was made of 2 inside jokes. And we even had a concert in Cyprus when we came back. And today, with the help of Begüm and Ino from camp, we'll play a song which is both in Turkish and Greek. It's called Mia Pista Fosforo Her Şey Yak. Hope you enjoy. Seal, and Sergei Bretler. They are members of the newly formed CFP fundraising committee.
Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome, on behalf of the fundraising committee, our American friends, the people that work behind the scene, behind all that result, effortlessly, the whole year, spending their personal time for this very important cause. I'm new in CFP. I had no idea a year ago about CFP. Last February, when my daughter was interested in applying for the CFP program, a new whole world opened in front of me. I couldn't imagine that all this work has been done for the previous 6-7 years. I was amazed with the noble cause. For me, it was very important and very lovely to see that there are people working for peace here in Cyprus and working with our children, the future of this land. So I decided to offer what I can offer for this cause, which is a little bit work and a little bit effort of what I know. My English is not so good, I apologize. Sorry. Now, I want also to thank the host families in America. They opened their homes and their hearts for our children. Bonds of friendship and connection have been created between the USA families and our families and our children. I want to thank the Turkish Cypriot friends, my new Turkish Cypriot friends. I couldn't imagine that this would be possible except out of the CFP. I mean, CFP brought me together with so many Turkish Cypriot friends. I'm very proud of being Cypriot.
Yeah, Cypriot.
I just spoke out of my heart. This is what I'm feeling now, and everything will come, and we try to help the people working for this program to make it continue and last, because we need this program now as most as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and please keep in touch. Don't leave away. All the families, all the people. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming. We are the US Maryland group of CFP 2015. As you can see, we're the smallest group of all, just 10 people. And nevertheless, we were all in July doing fun activities that helped us become friends for life. Before going to the US, as you all know, CFP arranged meetings so that we meet our parents' family. As a result, majority of our parents became good friends. Before our meeting, most of us had some hesitations. Some of us were scared, and some of us
were not sure about making friends. After we met, we realized that despite being from different sides of the island, we were all much more similar than we thought. And now we're going to present our thoughts and our feelings and those of our families to you. Thank you.
Before I joined CFP, my family and I didn't have any relations with Turkish Cypriot people. However, my parents were very supporting as far as concerns the program, because it gave us the significant opportunity to meet people from the other side and hear their stories. Before we met any of them, they had some hesitations about their conduct and attitude, although deep in their hearts they knew that they weren't so much different from us. So when my family first met Nursu and her family at the parents' meeting, all their concerns disappeared. They were really excited, and I was impressed over the things our families found in common. They both liked each other, so they gradually developed a strong friendship. We all met many times for lunch in both sides, and each time we were having a great time together. Now, all the hesitations that my family used to have no longer exist, since they realized that both communities are similar.
Cyprus Friendship Program is a program where not everybody can understand what it's really about. The CFP gave me and my family an amazing experience. It helped me to look at the real world from a different angle, where I could put myself in the other community's place. First, my sister attended the CFP and went to both camp and US. The first time she told about this program, our parents were really excited about it and they supported us when we applied, whereas my grandfather were completely against us. The first family meeting was with my parents because my grandfather was afraid to come on the Greek side. It was an enjoyable day for both of the families, and on the first day the parents were already really close. After meeting more and more, we realized that we have a lot in common, from words we use to things we eat. It was a little scary for me also in the first time, and then I realized we became best friends. I'm willing to continue the peace work in the next years also.
My family was a big support of me joining the program because it was something my older sister participated in and they support the cause. My sister Katie and her parent Jem still keep in touch to this day. My family was a bit unsure of what meeting my parents' family would be like, but they found out they are friendly and accepting, but most importantly, they're just like us.
Before the first pairing meeting, I was very excited, but at the same time, I was a bit scared. Before the program, I didn't have any friends from Greek side. I know that they are really good people like us, but I used to have some hesitations because at school we learned that people from Greek side are our enemies. However, my parents supported me a lot and helped me to realize that they're good people. After several meetings, I met with many people from other side and learned that there isn't any reasons to be scared. At the parents' meeting, we met with my parents' parent, and from that point, I realized that we're very similar. They're friendly and kind. My parents became friends with Tiny's parents. Now even my grandparents are happy as I have friends from Greek side. My family is very proud as I joined this program, and I'm very happy as I gained great friends.
While I was growing, I heard both positive and negative comments from people about Greek Cypriots, but my family taught me to be friendly and kind in my life, so I became a peaceful person. When I heard about CFP, I decided to join this program to support peace in Cyprus.
Both my family and grandparents, and especially my dad, supported me as they thought that CFP would give me a chance to see and experience many things in the other community. I'm also quite sure that my sister will follow my path and apply to the CFP when we grow up. I have to say, although we are very scared when we are going to the meeting to meet Brad, his parents, we managed to get friends and create a nice atmosphere. Personally, I didn't have any positive or negative opinions about the other side, although I understood that there were some obstacles between us, which were gladly demolished as we saw that we had many things in common.
I think it's safe to say that for mine and Ichilo's case, our parents have been incredibly supporting and loving. When I first heard about the program and I wanted to participate, my mom, not even for once, doubted my decision and actually gave me the extra push I needed to fill in the form. Our parents truly showed their support in every single way possible. Since both of us live out of Nicosia, whenever we had a meeting, they never showed displeased about having to transport us. They were and still are happy that we got involved in something that themselves believe in. On the first pairing meeting, since it was in the north, I didn't know who was going to get me back to the checkpoint, and before I even voiced my worry, Israel turned to me at the end of the meeting, and she told me, I forgot to mention it, but my parents are going to get you back to the checkpoint, and this simple gesture filled me with so much happiness and appreciation. Our parents met for the first time at the parents' meeting, and I remember I had to do a couple of things while my mom and Israel's family sat down and started talking. By the time I was able to sit down, smiles and laughs were filling our table.
My dad and Tina's mom shared the same occupation. It was interesting listening to their discussion about the similarities and differences of the same occupation on the different sides. We also talked about the things in the north and the south, and we organized more get-togethers and excursions. We just love seeing our parents that have the same differences as us, and if not more, getting together and creating such a beautiful bond.
Me and my family knew about the Cyprus Friendship Program from before because my brother was also a part of it. Therefore, my parents were very supportive about me applying. My grandparents were super excited with the family meetings because they get to speak Greek, which was very fun to watch. My family was very interested and excited to meet my parents' family, and after the meeting, they really liked each other because they realized how much they had in common. Therefore, our families in Cyprus created a great bond with each other, thanks to Cyprus Friendship Program.
I learned about CFP through my school, and I am more than glad that I participated. That is because I am no longer ignorant about North Cyprus. I am no longer afraid of its people, and I am willing to change and see good in people. Please, thank you.
After learning these stories, I am sure that you realize your importance on peace in Cyprus. You have a great impact on your children because we learn a lot from you. Maybe it was a bit difficult for you to meet with someone from the other side because your parents or maybe you experienced the war in 1974. However, we must realize that we're all the same, and we need to remember that we used to live together before the war. We were friends, we were neighbors, we were united before 1974. So I believe that there isn't any reason to be enemies anymore. Let's stop fighting the mask of the devil we painted on each other's face and start to realize how similar we are. Thank you for your support. And thanks to Cyprus Friendship Program for giving this great opportunity to all of us. As you all know, we did lots of activities in the United States. It is really difficult to list all the things that we did, but ropes course, a workshop about conflict resolution, visit to UN Association, a White House, New York, and horseback riding are some of them. Tanya prepared a video about these enjoyable activities, and now we're going to watch this wonderful video. Enjoy! a song we played also in US. It's about peace and it's converted from a poem. I hope you like it. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Once, someone told me and Töreni that peace builders are sensitive, that peace builders will empathize with the pain of others, that peace builders will shed tears, but most importantly, peace builders are strong. We are the strongest, most willed people that don't give up on their beliefs no matter how many times they're challenged, disapproved, or beaten down. The man that taught me this is no other than Mr. Nikos.
Think about a person who is determined, compassionate, and courageous. A person who brings joy and hope wherever he goes to, whoever he talks to. A person who works so hard to make all this happen. The reason we are more aware of our country and the reason we are fighting for what we believe. No words will be enough to explain this amazing person. Knowing that he doesn't like too much attention, it's better to cut it short. We would like to welcome our CFP coordinator, Mr. Nikos Anastasiou, to the stage.
Why is tonight so special? Why is all of this so important? It brings now to the present the future that we are all dreaming. We're just getting a taste of it. That we have our young people truly from their hearts, not because we taught them to say in such a strong, loud voice, in a country divided, people united. So many good people have worked for this to happen. In Cyprus and in the United States, and not only. I want to especially thank my dear friend Warren. About 8 years ago, I remember, Warren, you knocked on my door. And I said, who is this strange American man? And why, what is it that makes him come all the way from the United States and say, I heard that you're also doing some work with young people and we want to work together. And we immediately understood that all the stars were in the right line. And it was a good time. And Warren and all the friends in Cyprus, we got together and we discussed, and we felt this is a good time to start the Cyprus Friendship Program. And in the summer of 2009, we had our first 18 parents, 18 families that trusted us with 18 teenagers. And from there on, it's just history. It's been a long, long struggle. And the program is so unique in that everyone involved is a volunteer. Nobody gets paid in CFP. Our program is unique because we have our peers, and we have our host families, and we have the families in Cyprus and the way they get connected, and we have what we call the follow-up work that continues all the time. And we have had difficulties, of course, so many people, so many situations. But the passion to work for peace in Cyprus made all the difference. And we have overcome all the difficulties, and we will overcome all the difficulties. So thank you, dear Warren, for your wonderful contribution. Without you knocking on our door, this would not be possible. I also want to thank Cassie Cleverly, who for 2 years took the job, a very difficult job, of being the executive director, if you like, the coordinator of the coordinators in the United States. And when these 2 years were over, she took on the difficult task of taking another 2 years on. And I remember all the emails and all the telephone calls and all the Skype calls we had to do to coordinate all these very, very difficult work. And I want to thank Cassie for her commitment and for spending all these hours to work for the peace in Cyprus. And I'm sure you all know that our work is not only an amazing experience in the United States. We work all the year round, and we go to schools, and we go to communities and youth centers. Only this year, we counted more than 1,000 teenagers in schools that are so difficult to go to, who heard the voice of peace and reconciliation, which is so much needed on our island. I really, really want to come to a phase where we will say our work is not needed anymore, because what is experienced here as the exception will become the norm. And we are confident that the good people of Cyprus are moving in this direction. This year especially, more and more people are noticing COP. Many organizations, many other friends are contacting us and asking us to work together. And there is so much good work and synergies happening. And another dimension of COP is this, that makes it so unique, is its so grassroots approach. And even though we do not always seek the media, there comes times where the media seek us, because more people are beginning to believe that what we're doing is so very important. I want to end with my speech with a very simple but important dream that we've had as CFP for a number of years. In my house, in my garden, I've kept for a number of years a helmet, a real army helmet, and there were flowers there. Totally transformed. Something that was made for war and destruction changed into something unique for peace. And there was this saying from a great book that says that there will come a day when the spears and the weapons will be turned into good things, and they will become plows, and there will be no war between nations anymore. And this helmet is not there anymore. I gave it as a present to 80-year-olds, 80-year-something-olds from Japan. They're a special group of people called the Hibakushi. They're the people who survived the atom bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now we're preparing a few more of these helmets, and we do want, at the opportune moment, when our two leaders will be ready and it will be possible to meet us, to go and give them a helmet each with a flower in, and say to them, CFP recommends that when the time comes, that trust will be up here and there will be no need for weapons anymore on our island, and we will be discussing, and the leaders may be discussing, so what's going to happen with all this army hardware? What will be happening with all these helmets especially? And we will say to our leaders that we recommend that the helmets are given as presents to the families, to the good people of Cyprus. And they will make them hanging flower pots and put them at the front of their home. So when the children in the next generation will be asking, so what's this about? They will say, there was a time that we needed this in Cyprus, but not anymore. Thank you all so much.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
We're going to present a song that Ipek and I has composed last week. It's for peace, obviously. Hope you like it.
But first of all, we would like to translate the Turkish and Greek lyrics for you all. The Turkish part is like that. While I'm walking around my beloved island, the windings of the dreadful past must not be curling around my feet anymore. And also, it continues that way. The destiny is in our hands and our palms. So why don't we adorn it with pistos?
Η αυγή να γεννηθεί, κλεψίδρα έχει αδειάσει, ο ουρανός είναι καθαρός, σαν να στήσουμε μαζί το νησί. Όλα είναι πιο φωτεινά the youth rights and the way to our reunification dream. Τόσα χρόνια χωριστά, ζαλισμένοι απ' τη ψευδιά, χωρίς χειροπέδες, δίχως χεριά, ας ενωθούμε με τα πουλιά. Και όλα είναι πιο φωτεινά, μάτια μας ανοιχτά. As long as we stand together, make it through thick and thin, left the youth rights and the way is our reunification dream. As long as we stand together, make it through thick and thin, left the youth rights and the way is our reunification dream.
As you can see, we kept the best for last. We are the Portland, Oregon group and Southwest Washington. As you can see, we're 12 people and we're here to represent our area. We'll start off by a speech by our wonderful star, as we call her, Anna Satiri.
4 months ago, if somebody had told me that two people, whom I haven't even met before, would become such significant figures in my life and would help make July 2015 a month that I am probably never going to forget, I would have laughed. Now, looking back at it, 4 months later, I realized how foolish I was. Terry and Kirk Childress made me feel like I was home since day one. They opened their house, their family, and their hearts to two young girls. And they did that because they believe in the idea of peace, and because they care about an island that is located 6,718 miles away from the place they call home. Even though they are not here, I want to take the time to say a big thank you from the bottom of my heart to these precious people. Thank you for taking me to Seattle. Thank you for waiting in line for an hour and a half, just because we wanted to get voodoo donuts. Thank you for buying a Starbucks every day. Thank you for introducing us to Chipotle. Thank you for putting up with our weirdness every day. And thank you for being
the American family that I never had. I am very proud to call you my host mom and dad. Thank you.
Following another speech by a pair, this time, Yanni and Earl.
Greetings everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank our honored guests for giving us their presence and for the parents and relatives of us young peace builders being here. Right now, I would like to address a certain question. Host families. Are they insane opening their homes to us teenagers? The answer is yes. Of course they are. However, without this insanity, this program would not exist. What is there to gain from being hosted in the US? What is so important about the host families anyway? Honestly, without a doubt, host families are one of the most important reasons for this program existing. I am surely not ignoring the coordinators and the entire organization's hard work, of course not. However, without their open-mindedness, they could not be pushed into taking part into this magnificent program. We must not ignore their role. They are all wonderful people. Through them, we see the US in a whole new light. Through them, basically being our parents for a month, we get shown sights and normal tourists might have never heard. Through them, we are actually closer to peace. I don't think we would have the same experience with no host families. Without them, I believe that connections we create with our pair would not be as strong. I will give you an example. If we were not hosted by a family, we would not get up and we would not be greeted by a smile and a heartfelt good morning from anyone. We wouldn't be asked how we liked our food and if we are feeling well this morning. We wouldn't be asked if we had a good night's sleep, or if we didn't, how they can help us with getting a good night's sleep, or anything for that matter. They truly are our parents for a month. So in a way, me and my pair become siblings for a month, and that is incredible. Lastly, with the experiences we obtain, the bond of the entire host family nourishes and grows. Some of the experiences you cannot take away, fortunately or unfortunately. I will never forget the time of the toilet incident, where we kind of broke their bathroom. This is not the usual inspiring and bonding story, but this is mine and Doruk's version of one. We noticed water on the floor, and we were not sure if it was the shower leaking or if it was the toilet. So we gave it a nice flush just to be sure. So that's what us Cypriots do, we experiment. Then the bathroom basically flooded, water was everywhere. Me and my pair Doruk were weighing the positives and the negatives of telling them. If we did not tell them, we would basically flood the house, while you could just ask casually where a plunger is, just for curiosity, and fix this minor issue. If we actually told them, we could reduce the flooding and actually have a toilet for the remainder of our stay. But we would risk this wonderful family not being a part of CFP ever again. Due to our panic, but mostly due to not being plumbers, we chose to tell them, and they were surprised we clogged their toilet, but they weren't mad at all. Actually, they laughed. That became quite a story that I'm sure none of us will ever forget. To conclude, I would just like to repeat the importance of host families. The experiences you build with them are a vital part of this entire program. They are the ones that formulate our experiences. They drove us around, fed us, and are the main reason this special bond between me and my pair is made. Now, I would have said that they opened their hearts and homes to us, but this has been a bit overused tonight. So I would say that they opened their air conditioners and their refrigerators to us, which is, I think, even more important. You have my and everyone in CFP's eternal gratitude. Thank you.
Like my pair, I want to start my speech by thanking the coordinators. This is the least I can do. Your efforts in peacemaking and peacekeeping will not be forgotten. The best way for me to emphasize the importance of the host families in this program is by giving an example from myself, my experience of the CFP. Today, I'm here with my twin brother, and as you know, having a twin brother has its own, perks to it. I always grew up with a friend by my side, always keeping me company, so I never knew how it felt to be alone, really. So the idea of being separated from my brother for a month was terrifying for me. However, my peer for a month, but a brother for a lifetime came in, and instead of filling his gap, he became my brother himself, so I never felt alone in the US. However, there was still some parts missing from the puzzle, and those parts were love and attention, and those were filled by our host families, and I would like to thank all of our host families who came here today. Thank you. I know I'm being too emotional now, but this is the reality of going to the US for a month. No, sorry. I know I'm being emotional, but at the end of the day, the only thing you have left with is not the food you eat on the US or the monuments you see. It's the American dream that you had with your brother, in my case, and the experiences you had with your host family, which is you can't value them. Sorry. These experiences, as I'm struggling to say, these cannot be explained by plain words. None of us was the same person as we were before we went to the US, but now we learn to be a team. We learn to leave our prejudices aside. We learn to empathize, and also, most importantly, build a team where religion, culture, or language is not a barrier. We learn to be true Cypriots. To conclude, I just want to give my own opinion about the host families, which is they expecting nothing in return. They open their homes, they open their rooms, but most importantly, they open their hearts to us. And if there is going to be a peace in our country, this is not going to be the peace of the Cypriots ourselves, I guarantee. This is going to be the peace of people who have unconditional faith and support for peace. Thank you.
Song sung by a wonderful person, Elaine.
I see trees that are green and the
families who open their homes and hearts to us. And because today is a very special occasion, we would like to wish a happy birthday to our friend Elif.
I would like to thank my friends for this amazing birthday wish. This is literally the best day ever, but I would actually like to make a correction. I don't want to thank my friends, I want to thank my family.
Now to completely finish, each pair would like to thank their host family individually. Me and Doruk, we would like to thank Ralph and Charlotte Aiken and Edward and Diane Rubel for hosting us in the month we stayed in the US. Thank you.
Me and my pair Jim would like to thank our wonderful parents, literally for a whole month, Mike and Amy Caruso, for not actually spoiling us, driving us wherever we wanted, and making us part of their family. Thank you very much.
We would like to thank Terry and Craig Childress for everything they've done for us, and they spoiled us very much. Thank you.
We would like to thank Sue and Dennis Coates for opening their homes and their hearts for a month and being our July moms and dads.
We would like to thank Marlon and Marilyn Henderson for hosting us for the whole month in the United States. They were awesome.
Literally, we had the best family ever. Bradleys, Jack Bradley, Michelle Bradley, and Lani, their dog. And we love them and we miss them so much. Thank you for everything.
Now we came the most excited part of the program, I see. We are going to give the certificates to these great teens now. And before starting announcing their names, I would like to tell that it's our honor that she has accepted our invitation and she came here and she's now with us. So I would like to ask Ms. Lisa Butenheim, UN Chief of Mission and Special Representative of the Secretary General. Can you please come on the stage to give the certificate to Sergi Çavuşoğlu?
Tanya Kapodistia, please on stage. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Sevgiz? Yes.
Tanya.
İçlan Bahçecioğlu.
Konstantina Bishofta. Konstantina
Nursu Tilki.
gelando.
Fırat Garanti.
Αυξέντης Γεωργιάδης, Γεωργαλής, συγγνώμη.
Zübeyde Beyoğlu.
Μικαέλα Καραϊσκάκη.
Okay, we'd like very thank you to being here.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, warm.
May I please now call Mr. Warren Muir to give the 2015 certificates for the New Hampshire group. Mr. Warren Muir, Chair Emeritus of CFP Inc. Thank you.
İsmail Özgenç.
Stelios Emanuelidis.
Can Günalp.
Phibos Philidas.
İrem Akyel.
Κυριακή Καρπασίτου.
Uzel Hakverdi.
Σταυρίνα Χρήστου.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boromir.
Thank you.
Now we'd like to invite Miss Linda Ziegler on stage, please. She's the chair of CFP Inc. Sevgi Çavuşoğlu. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, we missed the list. So we are just checking. Okay. Günsel Recaioğlu. Sorry for waiting.
Ελπίδα Κωνσταντίνου.
Esin Saracoğlu. Hasan Saygınel.
George Mikhail.
Özüm Erener. Polina Lena.
Thank you, Linda, very much. Can I now please call Gise Sakalı to give some of the certificates? Thank you. CFP coordinator.
Ardıç Taşçıoğlu from Virginia Group.
Elias Vasiloudis Nikolaidis.
Sanem Biler.
Maria Kamenia.
Carla Nur Hayho.
Nafsika Hachikristou. Thank you, Chise. May I now please ask my colleague Simge to give some of the certificates.
Sevgi Çavuşoğlu. Yes.
Michaela Nicolau.
Seral Çuvalcıoğlu. Mustafa Özbilgehan.
Stefan Aynecian. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, you can
please
do.
I'd like to share too.
Kaya. Stefano Stavro.
Laren Alpan.
Miralena Pitakara.
Serhan Bahit.
Savas Panayotou.
Ömür Kırlı.
Konstantinos Panayotou.
Raya Kaşman.
Eleonora Christodoulou. Can Mike go now? Yes?
Yes, we finished it.
No more? Thank you, Mike.
Now I want to invite our other Cypriot coordinator, Mr. Sarper İnce. Now we are going to start to give the certificates to Oregon. Elif Boyacı.
Eleni Kokino.
Selin Özuslu.
Anna Sotiriou.
Nogay Dalkılıç.
Savas Stavrinos.
Cem Yarık.
Savas Stavrinos has already got his.
Melin Serdarlılı.
Eleni Kobletian.
Doruk Günal.
Yanis Mikhail.
Yes, we finished the Oregon group, so we can thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I'm asking Simge now to give the certificates.
To Simbaykal.
Celine Alagun. Beste Su Ozarın. Ceyda Uysal. Melissa Aripinar. Günsel Recaioglu. Günsel. İpek Zorba. This is a difficult name. Ilgaz Yücelen.
Ilgaz Yücelen. Okay, now it's your turn, Sotia. Let me do our other Cypriot coordinator, Dimay Kağcan. Deren Dimililer. Begüm Tekakpınar. Tanje Keleş. Thank you, dear Sotia. I would like to invite Mr. Nikos Anastasiou.
Vasiliki Karayani.
Charalambia Moleski.
Charalambia. Ana Stefano. Maria Rousseau. Sofia Georgiou. Nikiana Lambert. Ino Polikarpou. Stephanie Violari. Thank you, Mr. Nikos. Thank you very much. Can I now please call Nikolina Karolia, Cypriot coordinator, to give the certificates to Ermina Haji Konstantinou, Michaela Konstantinou,
Oğuz Haksever.
Hasan Atamert. Ali Vozganlı. Yavuz Nurettin. Thank you. Mr. Vladimiros Taliadoros, please, can you come to give some of the certificates? Thank you.
Adil Bey.
Mehmet Sofi. Ibrahim İnce. Altay Doğakan. Tolga Bacavuz.
Mustafa Özkaynak. Cemal Naim Özikizler.
Berkay Neval Nuri. Yes?
Yes.
Dimitrios Samson, okay. This is Christos Apostolidis. Thalis Chrysostomou. George Evangelou. Dimitris Xenofontos.
Marcos. Yes, that one.
Marcos Ioannou. Last but not least.
Now we'd like to invite our helpers be on stage just to give a great clap for them because they made great job while we are in the camps. Yes. Su Taşkın, Elena Pirillo, Meli Vasilidis Bayata, Ceren Ayyıldız, Sürel Pembe Uluçay, Lefteris Yaloris, Onat Ataman, Marios Briantus, Hüseyin Akil. Yes, we came to our end of our ceremony, but before saying goodbye to you, I would like to invite Elif Boyacı to come next to me, please.
Tamam dayı. Yarın da benim bana hiç yapmadın. Bunu yazdım ama.
Yes, Elif, your friend wants to tell you something.
One of the CFP's great supporters, Güney Kınay, the person that we learned about this program, wants me to tell you happy birthday, my dear friend, and present you a gift, which is on the way. Yes.
Be on stage, please. To say people united in a country divided all together once more.
People united!
I hope you enjoyed the program. Thank you for coming again once more.
Gerçekten.